What is up, people? This is That History Teacher 76, and this is part 2 of working on this rock until it becomes a bowl. One thing you may notice, it's a beautiful rainy day in Southern California, one of the rare rainy days out here. And to some, this might sound like a crazy idea to be outside working on a rock.
Yeah.
But in reality, this is actually perfect because the water is going to help me grind the rock down, and it's going to help me kind of get it into shape. So what am I going to be doing today? I'm going to be doing two things. One, I'm going to be putting it down on the ground and just pushing it across, almost like a CrossFit workout. And that's going to try and make it one flat surface. And two, I'm going to be holding this thing. And this thing's heavy. This thing's at least 30 pounds. And I'm just going to be grinding it back and forth to get it into shape. Let's check out the rock to see what I'm working with. Okay, so this right here is the before. So I'm gonna push this part on the ground to try and level out the surface, make it all one shape. And then this part right here, I'm gonna be grinding inwards. I'm gonna be grinding it inwards here. Right, and this is to get it into the shape that I want. Again, I'm not using power tools. That's why I have to do it this way. I actually, if you look really closely, you can see I used copper wire, string, lanyard, clothing, shoelace, a lot of things to try and cut this in. And I spent hours on this, literal hours. And this is how much of it I got. Hardly anything. But grinding it on the floor, I've gotten tons of it off. It used to be like out to here. So I've gotten at least an inch off. And so get ready to see me doing some really cool pushing. Oh, it burns. The thing about doing that, and then this next thing, it's really hard. It's really, really hard to do. I gotta stand. Oh. Oh man. Look at that right there.
Wow.
Solid work. It's just a few pushes. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. But look at that shine. That's what it's gonna look like when it's done. Beautiful. All right, let me show you the next part of how I'm grinding this. Quick. Look at how quick those results are. Just slowly carving away at this thing. That one's hard too. That one's really hard on my arms. Oh man. Trying to catch my breath. It's hard. Hard doing this. And you know, some of you might be saying, hey, that part's cheating. You're using asphalt to do this. But they actually probably, in the olden days, they probably would have gone to a riverbed, or some civilizations started to develop roads, started developing roads and things like that. So they probably would have gotten this, done exactly what I'm doing, where they pushed it along, or they got ropes, they would have tied it to themselves and they would have walked with it, right? One of those two things. So what I'm doing right now isn't completely abnormal. It's just a lot of work, right? And then one last thing, some people might be saying, hey, I thought you were gonna pop it off. I thought you were gonna get some rocks and pop it off like you would do to make like arrowheads or stone tools. And I was doing that at first, But then I got worried because one, that's a thick rock. That rock is so thick. And two, I was worried that the further into the bowl I got, the higher likelihood of me cracking the whole bowl was gonna be, right? Because I'm whacking it with a rock to get the edges off. So I got kind of concerned about it. So I'm just going to a grinding stage right now. And so I'm just working it down until it's all one shape, one length. And then I can finally start to polish it and start to make my bowl. Cool, but thanks for tuning in, and we'll see ya in part 3. Yo, this is like a post-credit scene, but you're not gonna believe this. This camera's battery is at 6-7. Anyways, here's the after from my little work right there. Look at how much of it I took off. So much taken off just now. Right here was like, this seemed like I was never gonna get here, and I got here. And then this is what it looks like shaded. But right here you can see kind of a hint of the color. It's this really nice blue. I don't know if the camera's showing this right now. It's gonna be this gorgeous bluish black that I'm funneling it down to. Look at that stick right there too. I'm gonna take that stick. That's my stick now. There's gonna be one more scene after this. Post credit scene. I'm actually gonna weigh this rock, so I won't have to talk about how much I think it weighs anymore. See you in a sec. All right, check it out. Here's the weight of the rock right here. 27.8 pounds. And this is after a lot of work. I've been working with like a 30-pound rock this whole time. No wonder it's so heavy. Oh my gosh. Oh! Anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure you like and subscribe and whatever. Thanks. Bye.